Hello there and welcome to Python for Beginners, right? Exam and interview preparations, right? As I know that we need to know and we need to assess and we need to make sure that all those who are learning with us are placed tomorrow. So, right, we know that amid the lockdown of 2019, we still promise placements to each and everyone, all right, and we make sure that the learnings are actually going to be paid, right? Because every time we teach you and we train you, we're always behind you, we're never ahead of you, right? I keep on repeating this, right? Behind your success lies our success. If you're not successful, we are not successful, right? And that's where we are going to give you everything, and then at the end of the day you're going to have only yourself to blame if you do not learn in case, right? And all the conception, all the misconceptions and all the concepts are going to be clear, right, while practicing for exams, because you need to be logically correct, not only syntax wise. You need to be logically and you need to be practically very correct while passing and cracking interviews and cracking exams. So before I crack exams, one of the students asked me, he had some confusion regarding dictionary, right? So I would like to show him this. For example, now what is dictionary? I told you that dictionary is a key and a value pair. Right, so if I declare this, my dict is equivalent to something. So this is going to be key and this is going to be value. This is going to be key and this is going to be value. This is going to be key. This is going to be value. All right. So for example, let me make this key and a value pair, and it can contain many keys and many values, right? For example, and keys are not only that, right? For example, I'll tell you, I'll make two of them so that you just happen to understand everything. Right. Okay. Fine. So let me run this. Yeah. So now either key can be this. Let me take it away first. Copy it. Either key can be like this: key and a value, key and a value, key and a value. Right. So for example, students. How many students do we have? I'll say 120. Right. And then I'll say how many from SK, South Kashmir, right? And then I'll say, right, we have 700, sorry, we have 40 from South Kashmir. So let me keep integers like integers. And another key can be a string, right? And we can say how many from, let's say, about North Kashmir. I'll say 40, something like that. And then I will say, right, and how many are from DELHI? How many are from Delhi, right? Okay, we have an error here. I have to keep Delhi right here, right? So I'll say how many are from Delhi? I'll say 40, something like that, right? So this is where key and a value pair is very useful, right? So let me delete it, and then I can say print. I can print the entire dictionary, my DICT, right? And then you'll get the dictionary, right? So you're getting all. Right? And now, why is then it required? Right? It is required to get key and value pairs, but why are we getting one value? Why aren't we getting all the things? You'll say it depends on what you query. If you query that I require from my dictionary, I require the zeroth element, so you will get the zeroth element. Sorry, you don't have zeroth element here, you have students, students. So give me students, so you can see you're having total 120 students, right? You can say give me how many are from South Kashmir, right? 40. So this is only used, it's not used for sorting or filtering purposes, right? It's used for querying data, something that you can query. For example, I've shown you another example in functions. So I'll say if I tell you my dict is equivalent to this, or I'd say about data, the data is equivalent to this. Now we're declaring a blank dictionary, right? Then I say the data, right, for roll number 1, 2, 3, 120, right? And this is all what we have for this. So I can say, let me have it. Roll number 120, right, has a name, and his name is this, right? Roll number 120 has address, and his address is residency, right? And right, his class, right, I can ask for the class as well, and I will say his class is, now I'll pass here 10. Now if I say I need my dict, but I need entire, right? Not mydict. Okay, we have to use data here, sorry. Okay, and I'll say I need entire data. Then you are getting entire data. But you'll say, hey, wait a second, I need data for 120. Now, this this is a key for entire row. Let's say about we have 120, 121. So, for example, 121, 122, right? So, name is Ravish, right? And here name is Naveed. Something, oh, sorry, something like that. Now you say I need data for roll number 120. So you're querying, you're asking, and you're getting it. Tomorrow you may say I need data for 121. You're asking and you're getting. You can say Ravi's. Now, for example, this is the same way or the same procedure we may follow tomorrow. If you want to get data from the database, like I need result for 120 roll number, you go to indiaresults.com and you test and you check your results. How do you query it? This is called querying, and this is the basic purpose behind querying the data. And you can have a one key representing the entire dictionary, or a dictionary inside a dictionary and inside a dictionary. You're not going to understand it completely. I can completely understand that. That is going to take good amount of time for you to understand it, practicing. And yeah, once we move to data analytics part, there is going to be fun working with dictionaries, right? Programming is such a thing that you'll have to hammer it, do it 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times, and 10 times. Till then you understand, right? And understanding is, yeah, while watching the class and going through the class, you may understand it like a pro. You'll say, okay, I understand everything, and then you'll say, I get up tomorrow and I forget. This is going to happen. This is meant to happen, right? Till you practice it, and practicing is not going to happen in basics, right? Maybe all what is in basics, you're going to forget 40 to 50% of it till the time you go to advanced, because we're not doing programming for the sake of programming. I told you, you're wasting your time if you're not doing it for development. We have to do it for software development, right? And there you'll not forget it, because you'll have everything in front of you clear and crystal clear, right? I hope you've understood this part of the dictionary, right? And even if you have not understood, 60% is quite sufficient for you. Understanding 60% will satisfy me, not you. It will also satisfy me. And as promised, we are going to start with the exam preparations. Where did I go? Okay, I missed. I skipped something. Right, so here is the exam on trainingindustry.com. I'm going to start with Python. You will also have 40 questions, and you'll not have 120 minutes of duration. You will have 40 questions, and the duration is going to be 60 minutes. That means you'll get roughly about 1.5. You'll get 90 seconds per question. So I'll go to take a test. Right, and I'll have to give the key, which is J. So let me wait and get a key first. Alright, so I have typed the key and I'll start the test. Now this is your question number first. What is the output of the following code? Right, you can see L is equal to A, B, C, and D. So this is a list, and list has 4 elements, A, B, C, and D. Once you say print, right, and then you say I need a bit of space. I need to give a bit of space right here, and then you say dot join L. You're joining L with space right here, or maybe quotes, who knows. So now you can clearly see that what is going to happen here is you are taking empty space and you're joining it with as that of L, and it is not going to do anything, right? Because it is not a space like this. Let me show you. It's going to give me A, B, C, D, but yeah, I'll tell you why would it give A, B, C, D. So now let me take it here and execute it. Now you can see you're getting A, B, C, D. Why? Now the question does not say if there's a space. Now this means nothing. It means blank. Now if there's a space, then you are going to get A, B, C, D with spaces. Now you can see you're going to get with spaces right here. Right? Because now there is a space. You're going to get space in between. But since if there is no space, you are using join. You're joining list with blank string, so it's going to be nothing. You're joining list with nothing, because if there is no space, there is no space in the printout as well. And now here you can see you're getting ABCD nicely. So I'll select ABCD and say next. You just have to look at them. They are very easy. Now what will be the output of the following code? Print type of type. Right? You want to print the type of type int. Now what is the type of type? The type of type is type itself. Now if I say I need to get type of type. Now what do you get? What do you get here? You get class type here. So that means the answer is type. All right. When what is called when a function is defined inside class? This is not for you, right? So you're not going to get it, right? So because you have not understood classes. Okay, which of the following is the use of id function in Python? I've shown you id function is in Python, right? It returns the identity of the object. Right? You can say number one answer. Every object, no. Yeah. So ID returns the identity of the object. ID returns the memory allocation, or maybe you may get this question like this: memory allocation. Say, so what is the difference between ID and memory allocation? I told you, right, that it returns the memory. So I can say, let's say about val is equal to 100. If I say ID of val, right, so it is going to be the memory address. So that is going to be the identity, right? Okay. So now what does it return? Identity of the object or the memory address of the object. It's the address of the RAM where it is stored. Right. So they're very easy questions. Suppose list 1 is 3, 4, 5, 25, 25, 1 and 3. What is list 1 after list 1 dot pop 1? Now what is pop going to do? Pop is going to take out the value, right, which is right here. Now pop 1, now you can see that pop does not take values. It's going to be on the basis of key. For example, if I do list 1 is this, right? So I'll say list 1 is equivalent to this. Okay, why are we getting an error? Okay, list. Okay, let me copy and paste again. Okay, I will say that list 1 is going to be 3, 4, 5, 25, 1 and 3. Now I say list 1, you can see it has all the values. I'll say list 1 dot pop 1, right? So which element is going to be popped out? You tell me. Which element is going to be popped out? Right? You tell me, right? You can see now easily 1, 0 and 1, the first element, because pop will remove the element when it's list. It is going to remove as per the element number. So here 1 is nothing but the element. So you start with here 0 and 1. So which one is going to be removed? 4, right? You can clearly see 4 is here, so this is not the answer. 4 is here, it's not the answer. The question is 3, 4, 5. So you can see 3 and 4 is removed, 5, 25, 25, 1, 3. Now you can see 4 is removed here, so this is the answer. Pop will take the element address. So first doesn't mean remove 1. First means in pop remove the element number. You can see in list we start with 0 and this is 1, right? So 4 is removed. I hope you have understood it. Right. Alright, so let me click next. Okay. Which of these is not a core data type? Now list is a data type, tuple is a data type, set is a data type. So sir, we have not learned classes because we haven't touched the object-oriented way yet. I'll say, but you have the evidence that list is a data type. If int is a data type, list is a data type. If string is a data type, tuple is a data type, set is a data type, right? Class is a keyword, just like function is a keyword, right? So the answer is this, because you have to understand it. Is not asking about which one is, then all three are. List is, tuple is, and set is a data type, right? Okay, data type, I already told you about data types like integer, float, right? So those are data types. Class is a keyword, just like function is a keyword. For is a keyword. If is a keyword. Which of the following function converts a string to float? Don't tell me you don't know. Whenever you take input from the console, you take input as string. What do I use? I use this function float to convert input to float, just like this. I have told you many a times. I don't know whether I have to show you. I will say, for example, num is equal to input, right? And I will say, let me not say input, so I will say is equal to string, which is going to be 1000. If I say print num, so what do I get? I get 1000, right? Can I do print num plus 1, right? So I'll get type error right here. So you cannot apply plus because it is string. Or I can say num2 is equal to 1 0 0 0 1, and then you can say print now 1 plus num 2. So you can clearly see that you are getting concatenations. As I told you that plus will concatenate two strings. Now in case if you want to convert them to float or int, you have to use this function, right? That is a float function, and function takes one parameter here and it returns the converted value. Now you can get 11001.0. What is float? It is a function, right? What does it take? It takes one argument. You already learned functions, right? This float function takes one argument and this takes one argument. Now you can see when I remove arguments, the answer is float, right? Okay, now let me click next. I hope you're understanding. Alright, let me go to next question and predict the output of the following code. A is equivalent to 1, 2, 3. B is equivalent to A. Now whatever is in A goes to B, right? And then you are saying delete B2. Then you are deleting 2 from, because it's not pop, it's delete. Delete does not mean remove the second element, that is 0, 1, 2. Right? If it is pop, 3 is removed. If it is delete, it's going to remove by number. So the number is not by element number, by number. The number 2 is going to be removed, right, from B. But you're printing A. You'll say, no, sir, answer is 1, 2, 3. I'll say, okay, go ahead. But no, that is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Once you are removing, right, a 0, 1, 2. No, sorry. I just forgot. Delete is also going to remove the second value right here. Just like pop. The only difference between delete and pop is, I said a wrong thing here. The only difference between pop and delete is that pop returns the item which has been popped out and delete does not return. So in this matter, yeah, delete is going to return. It's also by element number. Delete 2, 0, 1, 2. So it is going to delete 3. But yeah, then the answer is 1, 2, right? Because 3 is deleted, right? But now we're not printing B, we are printing A. And what is A? A is 1, 2, 3. Then answer is 1, 2, 3. But I say, hey, wait a minute. Is list mutable or immutable? I'll ask this question to you. What is list? Is it immutable or mutable? So since list is mutable, means the values change, unlike string. So for example, if I do same with string, right, the answer is 1, 2. Why is 1, 2 answer? Because once you say B is equivalent to A, right, because now what you are doing here, you're deleting from B 2. It's also deleted from 1 because A is because list is mutable, right? So for example, if I say, okay, if I say let's say about A is equivalent to hello, right, and I'll say B is equivalent to A, and then I say B is equivalent to, right, something, right? So I'll say B is equivalent to something and I say print A, right? So is it going to impact A? No. A is going to be still hello, right? Why am I doing this? Okay. So A is still going to be hello. Why? Because string is immutable. But now in this case, right, in this case, what is going to happen? You are, of course, deleting B. You're not deleting A. You're deleting B. But you're assigning everything that is in A to B. Deleting B will also impact A because list is mutable. Now you will get 1, 2. You can see 1, 2. That's why I said the answer is 1, 2, right? Always remember these things. These are techniques and tricks, and the questions and answers which are set here are the same questions and answers you face in interviews. Then you come out of interviews, oh, I knew it, I don't accept my failure, right? I'll say, hey brother, if you knew it, you should have spoken about it. You would speak if you know. That's what I say. You could if you would, but you could not because you had maybe that overconfidence, I know everything, right? But yeah, speaking and solving problems is equally more important. What is the, now you can see this, what is the output of the following function? Now you can clearly see here, define my function, it takes one parameter. The name of function is my func, it takes one parameter A. Now you say A is assigned with A, whatever is supplied to A, what are we supplying to A? My func, we are supplying 2 to A, right? And now this A has 2. Now you say 2 is equivalent to 2 plus 2, that is 4, right? Then you say A is equivalent to, which is 4. 4 is equivalent to 4 into 2, which is 8, return 8. So you should get 8 as it is here. But hey, wait a second. It's not the only thing. It's showing me runtime error and indentation error. Now, because the option says indentation error, I'll have to check for indentation. Now, you can clearly see misindentation here, right? If this is inside function, yeah. This is inside function, yeah. Now, what is the middle statement doing inside here? You can clearly see there's an indentation error. This is going to generate an indentation error. So, the answer is indentation error. So let me show you solving this. You will get indentation error. The cursor will automatically move to 2. You can see. Now you can see unexpected indent. What are you doing here? Yeah, if indent was here, then you can say, okay, I'm expecting 8, right? But you can still say, okay, I still have to print it. So then you can expect 8. Hi sir, we're getting 8. But yeah, 8 is also here, but it has an indentation error, right? So this is where you have to keep your eyes and your brain quite open. So let me take a look at the time. So we have ample amount of time. We'll complete it. Indentation error is the answer. We're still at 10th question. Alright, and I expect to finish it up and close it down today. Alright, so let me hit next. And let me go to next question. Maybe we lost internet. Internet is giving us good whiplash. So I've been uploading videos since ages. I don't know whether I've been able to upload. You can see the 76%. Right, still. Alright, so it's basically internet is causing some problems right here. Let me try hitting next once again. I may get it, I may not get it as well. Yeah, what is the output of expression 3 into, that's 3 times 1 is 1, 1 times 3 is 3. It's absolutely understood, so the answer is 3, right? You can see this. Alright, now what will be the output of the following code? Print 0. You're printing 0. You're formatting. You're using dot format. 1.0 divided by 3, right? And that is going to be 1.0 divided by 3 is going to be, we can use calculator. Right, and see the answer 1.0. So I'll say 1.0 and divide. These are questions that you can solve. That's 0.333333, and you are using format that I need only 2 after this. I require only 2. So you are going to get right that I think you should get 0.33 because 0.3333 means more, but since you are doing after, but here is a problem. Now let me see that, yeah, there's a problem, right? Because it is not the correct format expected. But yeah, 0.33 is the most relevant and most, yeah, 0.33 is the most relevant answer, as I said, yeah. Because what you are doing after, dot, that you're going to print only 2, right? So that's also understood. And it has a dot, right? You have to say after dot. You can see it has a floating value dot. That after dot, I need only 2. You have already learned this, so I'll carry on with this. I'll click next. What will be the output of following? Right, you say now minus 2%, right? And you need to get 2%. You want to format 0.33 with 2%. So you are going to get 0.33.33, right? So we are going to get, what do you want? Minus 2%, 0.33.33. Okay, let me see, percentage. Yeah, you want minus 2 percentage here, so that's 0.2233. I may require some calculator here. You can use calculators for these kind of queries, but yeah, that's most relevant answer. That is 0.33 again, right? So 0.33. So it's basically going to print 2, but yeah, you're not going to get percentage. Why would you get percent here? Right? Do you expect percent here? No. Right? Percent is not going to be printed. Okay, what is the output of the following program? I is equal to 0 while I is less than 3. So I will run for 0, 1, 2, 3 times. You'll say print I. You're printing I 3 times. That is 0, 1 and 2. Right? And you're incrementing it. Now first time I is 0. You're printing 0. The second time, now I has been incremented by 1. Now I is 1. Is that less than 3? Yes. Print I 1. Now you have been incremented 1. Now you go. How much is I? 2. Is 2 less than 3? Yes. Print 2. So you're getting 0, 1, 2. Now how much is I? 3. Is 3 less than 3? No. go to else, print 0. So you are going to get 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0. First 0, 1, 2 of the loop and 0 from the else. Only one else, right? Okay. What is the output of the following program? So let me expand this here. So what is the output of the following program? I is equal to 0 and I is going to run for 5 times here, right? And we are going to print I. So it's going to run from 0 to 4. And now you say you break it down. If I is equal to 3, that means 0 you will print, 1 you will print, right, 2 you will print, and if it's equal to 3, then break. Right, so you are going to print 0, 1, 2 only, because once it is 3, it's not going to go back to the loop and perform operation. It's going to break when I is 3. I is 3 means you have printed 3 values. Now fourth value will not be printed. You are breaking the loop here, and indentation is absolutely right. So 0, 1, 2. What is the output of the following? Right, print A, B, C, E, F, D, and dot replace. You are replacing CD, right, by 12. So there is no CD here. You can see this. Is there any CD? No, CD is not there. It's not going to replace anything. So you'll get the same error. Now had there been CD, you will replace. So I'll get A, B, C, E, F, D. A, B, C, E, F, D. So this is the answer. And for your inquiry, I'll just show you that this is the exact answer. Right? Because what are you replacing? You're not actually replacing anything. You're replacing CD. Is there CD? Where is CD in A, B, C, E? There's no CD. Yeah, had there been CD, you can see A, B, C, E, F, D, A, B, C, E, F, D. Yeah, had there been CD, I will say A, B, C, D. Now the answer is going to be A, B, 1, 2, F, D. Right? So then you are going to get A, B, 1, 2, F, D. But since it's not, there's no CD here. You can clearly see. So CD is not going to be removed. So right, and it is going to be taken as complete string. It doesn't matter that C is found, C is removed, and then D is found, D is removed. No, it's going to only remove them when they are already lined up together. Now you see C is here and D is here. No, you need them together to make this replace work, right? Okay, you're defining a function which is f, the name of the function f, and the function takes 2 parameters, and you're passing 2 parameters right here, which is t, and you're passing v0. So let me see what are you passing first, right? And you are passing t and v. T is equal to 3, you have passed 3 here, and v is equal to a list 1, 2, 3. So v is equal to a list 1, 2, 3. So then you're passing t. Value will take, value is going to take t, which is 3, value is going to take 3, and values is going to take 1, 2, 3. So you say v is equal to 1, and then you say values 0 is equal to 44, right? So you are saying values 0 is equal to 44. So now value 0, which is now 1, is it going to be 44? Right, and it is going to be 1, 4, 4. Now if I print t, right, so t is going to give me 1, 4, 4, right? So let me see that it's going to be 1, 4, 4. Okay, because you're calling the function, yeah, 3, 4, 4, not 1, 4, 4, yeah, sorry, 3, 4, 4. Why? I can see this here, t is 3 here, I forgot. T is 3, right, and you're passing 3 to function. 3 goes here, right, and v is 1, 2, 3, you're passing it to, but yeah, you're replacing this 1, right, I repeat, you're replacing this 1 with 44, and you're printing v0, which is again now not 1, it is 44, because function has removed it, right? So now you're passing 40. What is t? T is 3. First you are getting t, you are not doing anything with t, t remains 3 forever. Function is only this much, right? That's the end of function, right? How much is t? T is 3, you're repeating 3. But how much is v0? Alright, and that you ask to v. v0 was initially 1, but now it's 44. So you are going to get 3, 4, 4. So the answer is 3, 4, 4. Alright, what is the output of the following program? Print hello world dash dash minus 1. So it is going to repeat reverse order. I told you it's going to print it in reverse also. D L R O W space O L L E S. Let me say this is the answer. First one, D L R O W, because minus 1 means go and print from minus 1 and full string, right? If I say this, so for example, if I do this, I will say print, right? And you can say print, I'll say print hello baby, right? And how much do you want to print, right? I want to print of hello baby, right? Only one first character. So I will get H. First one is H, right? If I say I want to get all, so this means I want to get all. You're getting all hello baby. Now if I say minus 1 means start from here and start printing B A B A B space O L L E H. You can say B A B E E. You can see you're now doing it opposite direction, right? So that's where this is now going to print the string in opposite direction, and you're using full string. You want full string. I can see you're printing it completely opposite, right? Hello is going to be O L L E H, O L L E H, and you can see completely wrong. So yeah, this is what minus 1 does. Completely reverse of what we say. Okay, given a function that does not return a value, we have a function that does not return a value. What value is shown when executed at shell? It's going to be none, right? For example, if I have not defined a function, I will say func, right, and you can say that does not return any value. We have a func, so I will say define func, right? If I define this func and it does not return anything, right? I'll say let's say I'll say a is equal to 100. Does it return anything? No, it does not return. If I say print func, it is null in all the programming languages. It's going to return null in Java, null in C, null in C++, null in PHP. Python is going to only return none. If you go back to previous lectures, if you recall them, what is null in others is none here, right? Yeah, I know that you have indentation error here. Don't worry. I did not. Okay, now you can say none, right? None means null. So we'll say none. And I have told you already what is none. Null in other language is none. Here, what is the output of the following program? Print 0.1 plus 0.3 is equal to 0.3. Now, how much is 0.1 plus 0.2? So let me say 0.1 plus 0.2. So it's going to be 0.3. Now, is 0.3 equivalent to 0.3? Right, so now what is going to happen is, because things happen from this side to this side, it's going to print false. Because is equal to means you are printing comparison, right? So it's going to be either true or it's going to be either false. So if I say print 0.1 plus 0.2 is equal to 0.03, now you can see that you're getting false. Now if I say opposite of this, alright, is 0.3 equivalent to this? So you still get false, right? Because you have to first do an addition, right? No, not 0.2. I'll say if 0.2 and 0.1, okay, is 0.3 equivalent to 0.1 plus 0.2, you'll get false. Why? Because it's checking the first instance, right? Now if I do this BODMAS, if I apply the rule of BODMAS like this, 0.2 and 0.3 is equal to, you're going to get, no, you will always get false, right? You will always get false here, right? Because it is going to add up first, right? So 0.1 plus 0.2, right? It is going to add up and then do comparison, right? If I do it like this, because you're supplying it as string, right? Why is it not going to show? Now you can see you're printing directly 0.1 plus 0.2 without even any conversions, right? So it's going to take it as plain string. So how much is 0.1 plus 0.2? So you're getting 0.300000 4. Now is 0.30000004 equivalent to 0.3? No, it is never equivalent to. But yeah, if I say if it's equal to 0.0034, then you'll say yeah, it is equivalent to 0.0034. You'll get true. Now you're getting true, right? Or you can say I need to get floor of this. You can say FLOOR, floor of this. Then you're getting, yeah, floor is not defined, so we'll have to use math for this. But yeah, you've understood it, right? It's not going to return floor every time or seal every time, or it's not going to return the round. For example, if I say what is round of this, so I'll say please give me round of 0.1 and 0.2. Then you'll get something like this. So print round of this. Then you're going to get 0 also, because round of it's going to be 0, right? It's not going to be floor and seal. So if I say import math as m, all right, can I do this? So can I do this? Print m dot floor of this. Yeah, we're still getting 0. If I say seal of this, what is the seal? Then you are going to get 1. So by no means you are going to get 0.3. So the answer is false. Question number 19, and the time remaining is we have to move a bit fast, right? Given a string welcome, which of the following code is not correct? Now you can see it's asking of which of the following code is incorrect. Which of the following here is incorrect? Now print string 0. Now print any string that you have lower is not, all three are correct. Now what is S1 is equivalent to R? You cannot do this, right? You cannot do it because you're assigning. Can you assign? Now you can see given a string, it's a string. Can we assign R to string position 1? Welcome position 1 is E. Can we replace E with R? No, string is immutable, right? So the answer is this. Why? Is not correct, means is incorrect. This is incorrect. Why? Because string is immutable. We cannot assign, the first question. Item assignment not possible, right? Okay. Next, when starting Python from the command prompt, use dash command. What do? We use Python. If I go to CMD to start command prompt Python, I will say Python Python. And then you can see we're getting Python 3.7.3. So I'll say Python. What is the output of the following code? 9, you can say divided by 2. If you say normally 9 divided by 2, it's not that. So it's 9 divided by 2. It's a round off, right? You're going to skip, right? So you are going to basically skip it, right? You are doing floor division, right? You're not getting the remainder, you're getting the quotient of the same, right? So getting quotient and getting remainders are two different things right here. Yeah, if it is ampersand, then there is a problem. So if I say print 9, it's floor division, so you can say floor. You're going to go to floor. I told you it's floor. Floor means the downside, seal means the upside. So what is this called as? If you go back to class number 3, you'll see this as floor division, right? If I say 9 divided by 2, then it is basically going to return me the, right? You can see right here, you can see 4.5, right? And if I say 9, this to its floor division, it's going to return the downside. The extreme side is seal, so this is floor division. It's always going to return floor, that is 4. Alright, predict the output of the following code. Pi is equal to 3.14, right? And you are going to get only 0.3. Okay, you get only 0.3, but where are you getting 0.3? Can we run? Okay, we had this error. You remember? We got error while doing this. Can you do this? You cannot do this. You cannot format pi because pi is a string. In order to format pi and to get 3.141, which is this result, it should be int, and that is where it's going to generate an error. I suppose it's going to generate an error, but let me try whether it generates an error or not. Alright, yeah, it is going to generate error, right? Why? Because it is string. Now if I change this string to int, right, then you can see it's going to give me full value. that is 65, right? Because you have to say dot. If I say something like this, hey, after dot give me 3 values, then there is going to be 3.141, right? So then you are getting 3.14, but only when I say give me after dot. But since there are two things, there's no dot, you will say no, it is going to print entire string. No, it will still not print entire string because it is pi is in string and we cannot format. If you remember, we got this error, right? So this is an error. Don't tell me you don't know. Okay, I want you guys to answer this down in the comment section. Which of the following statement is used to create an empty set? Answer down in the comment section. I'm not going to show you this, right? You know that, you know. Okay, which of the following lines of code will result in an error, right? Which of the following lines of code will result in an error? Yeah, what is SAN? SAN is not defined. This is no error. And this is declaring a dictionary with key and value and supplying Python. No, it's basically a set. And there's no error. Alright, so there is a chance of error. S is equal to ABS. Which of the following lines of code will result in an error, right? So that is a problem here. What is ABS? I don't know. Alright. What is SAN? It's going to result in error. Maybe there's something wrong with the question, right? So this, I think there are two statements which are going to return an error. So this will not return an error. So let me show you. Alright. If I do this and run it, so it's not going to return any error. Let me try and run it directly in the command prompt. Yeah, it is still going to return. All the statements are going to return an error. Okay, let me close this junk here. So we have too much of junk. Okay. Alright, so let me type this. S is equal to 4 ABC, and it should not return an error. Why? Because it's some codes because I copied, so it's not going to work. So alright, so it's not going to return any error. Neither is this going to return error. What is ABS? So I don't know. ABS is still, so yeah, s.san is going to return an error. As I said, s.san, san is not defined. ABS is already a keyword, right? So san is going to create an error here. We have to rush now because we have quite little time remaining. What is the output of the expression round off, round off, round. So you're going to round off, that is 4.56. So the answer is going to be 4.5, right? What is the round of 4.676? That is 4.5, right? Okay, so if you don't agree, I'll show you. Round is only going to take the first digit because you will get decimal value, that is 4.57, right? 4.57. No, sorry, I was wrong. Yeah, 4.7. It's going to do round of last digits, right? How much is round off of 676.2, right? So it's going to show higher side here. So round off of 676 is going to be almost 7. Alright, so that's why 676 is almost 7. So yeah, 4.5. Agree. Okay, taking the following date format, predict the output of this 30, 10, 20, 19. So you're printing the small one, use not the bigger. That means you're printing date, it's going to be APR, not APRIL. Now 3 is March, no, March is B, capital B. If we are having capital B, then it's going to print MARCH. So since we are having small b, so now we have two options, 2 or 3. Let me go. Date is also small, which is 10, and here is also small. So this is the answer. Small. So if it was capital Y, then the answer is March 10, 2020. Since it's small, so yeah, it's understood. Alright, question number 28. We have set attribute object name, or we are doing set attribute of it does not exist because now see this here, object name and value is used to set an attribute. If the attribute is not set, then what would be created? If the object is not set, what would be created? Is used to set an attribute. Alright, so if this is not, if the attribute does not exist, alright, okay, set attribute, alright, okay, is going to be false, right? So because set attr is not going to accept any parameters. I think you have not read this, so I'm going to skip it for you. All right. Now, so now you can see the answer is object name and value is used to set an if attribute doesn't exist. Now, yeah, it's going to be an error. So it accepts also one argument. So I'll say set attribute. Yeah, it also accepts one argument only. So that is also. But you'll not get this question, right? So I'll set it false. You're not going to get this question. What are properties of classes in Python? Number variables, but yeah, you're not going to get this question. So okay, with using a with keyword in the following code, so you have not even used this, right? So it's going to close the file automatically. You're only seen open, you're not seen with. Beautiful soup, you have not understood web scraping, right? So it generates HTTP response, so this is not. Name all two parameters that soup.filed all element name and element attribute, so I'm not going to target this. Okay, now using list.split with no arguments or split condition will split on the basis of, okay, list. You're splitting list. I told you if there is no condition, it is going to take spaces. Do you remember? If there is no condition, for example, it's going to be space. The answer is space, all right? So I'm sure about this. For example, if I say L is equal to, fine, so I will say hello, how are you? Right, so then I say L.split. Now I have not supplied any condition here. Now what is the default condition for splitting? Space, right? You can say it's taking space. Hello, after that we had space. Now in case if we don't have space, then right, we have to supply condition. But what is the question? Right, with no argument. That we are not supplying any argument to split, it's going to split on the basis of space. All right. What does rate in the following program do? So you have not understood this, right? So pass p.simple rate, attach an attribute with an object. I know this. Okay. Predict the output of. Okay, you still have know this. Class. Who allocates size to objects in Python? Right. So it's basically constructor, and this is also you're not going to get it. Now this is what something you're not going to get. It's instance variable. What are accessors and mutators in Python? They are properties, getters and setters. You have not understood it. Static is a keyword, right? No. Static is an annotation. Sorry, I might be wrong. Static is an annotation. Last question. Now, a destructor function of a class is automatically called when and memory is deleted, right? So let me view the summary since I have told you everything. Okay, one is unanswered, two are unanswered. How can they be unanswered? 32. Name two parameters that soup.find all function takes. I told you element type and element attribute, right? So let me go and see the summary. Alright, so one is unanswered, which is question number 20. Which of the following statements used to create an empty set? Okay, I did not answer this because I have to now answer it. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind failing for this question. You have to answer it down in the comments section. Let me know how to create an empty set. I'll go to summary and I will submit the exam. And now here are my results. This is how you're going to get your results. 91%. Where did I went wrong? 91% only. What went wrong? I'm in Farouk's exam, right? So you can see all the questions are being marked. Yeah, 33%. Yeah, that's wrong question. We answered that correctly. Yeah, unanswered question is there. Set I did not answer. And here again wrong question. It was true maybe. Both 1 and 2, right? We did not answer this, right? Okay, all the questions which were not meant for you, right? I suppose all that what you have learned so far was answered correctly, and I don't mind you also getting 91%, right? So you can say 55% is passed, you can get 90%, so that is going to be an award for me, right? You can award me that, right? And I hope that everything else is clear because we still at basics and core level programming is done. list is understood, function is understood, and then we are going to now assemble everything. Right, after assembling every single thing, we are going to create now similar web pages like this, slowly and steadily move and create dynamic application. And it's going to be a fun job in the lockdown. So let not the COVID-19 take better of you, take better of COVID-19 as soon as possible. And we are finished on time. 91%, promise me you'll also get 91%, right? Until then, bye bye, take care, see you. And yeah, and if you have any question, you can let me know down in the comment section, and do practice, watch all the videos. We're going to give you a day off so that you can practice and watch all the videos. Tomorrow is also going to be a day off. And then I wish you all the best for your exam and for your interview and for the rest of your life. And we shall meet now in the intermediate level, starting with object-oriented concept and database programming, because we still have to understand MySQL database programming. So we'll directly start with database. Now, username and password is not going to be hard-coded. We're going to create a register screen, register users, take data to the database, validate it, get it from the database, and then everything from now onwards, I believe, is going to be a real fun. And that's what makes it more interesting, that someone who has no idea about this finally becomes a developer and starts working in a multinational in 3 months. But yeah, you have to do a bit of hard work, and please go through the videos twice, thrice, 10 times. And bye-bye, take care.